As great as slow-cooked meals and all-day sauces taste, most of us don't have several hours to dedicate to just one dish. And that's why I've slashed the cooking time on some of my favorite comfort foods without sacrificing flavor. Join me in the kitchen and I'll show you how. Sure, you can buy chicken stock at the store, but once you make your own at home, it's so hard to go back to the box stuff. Not only does it taste better, but it's also way more cost effective. Usually homemade stock takes about 4 hours or more on the stove, but in this pressure cooker, it'll just be 45 minutes. And you might be wondering, how can you develop so much flavor in just 45 minutes? But actually, with all these ingredients cooking under pressure, we're going to get as much flavor, if not more. Plus, we'll get even more collagen from the bones, resulting in a more gelatinous stock. Great, so to make it, everything is just going right in this pressure cooker. We're using about 4 pounds of chicken parts. You can use whatever you have on hand, whether you've saved some scraps from breaking down chickens at home, or you go to your local supermarket and ask the butcher there for some chicken backs. Use whatever you have. As far as our vegetables go, we're adding 1 part each of celery and carrots to 2 parts of our onions. And you'll notice that I haven't peeled the onions and these vegetables weren't super pretty. This is all about using whatever vegetable scraps that you have. So if you peeled some carrots, stick them in the freezer and you'll use those skins for stock. We have a few cloves of garlic that we've smashed. Then some parsley. Don't need to do anything with this, just smush it, get it in there. Some thyme and some whole black peppercorns, a bay leaf, and then last our salt. Now that everything's in, we're just going to cover it all with water, being mindful not to pass the max fill line of your pressure cooker. But that's about it. Now let's give it a good stir and start to push it in the water. And this is another reason why we cut our vegetables so small. Like if we were cooking this on the stovetop, they could be in much bigger chunks, but we want everything to fit and also give the pressure cooker a head start on breaking these ingredients down. Now that everything's in, let's close this up and get it cooking. To get the most flavor out of these ingredients, we should really stir it about halfway through. So right now, we'll set it for 25 minutes, pressure cooking on high, and then give it a good stir, close it back up for the last 20 minutes. All right, the timer's gone off and our chicken stock is finished. Let's do a rapid release. All right, let's take a look. Oh, I just locked it. All right, let's take a look. Oh, it smells so good, like a soup that's been bubbling away all day long, but it's only been 45 minutes. All right, so let's cool this for just a little bit before we skim off the fat and strain it. Let's use a deep spoon to just skim off some of this fat. And whatever you don't get, don't worry. After you stick it in the fridge, it'll be even easier to scrape it off the top. All right, now being careful not to burn yourself, pour it through a strainer into a large bowl. And look at all that stock. You can even tell by the color that this is going to be so flavorful. All right, our stock has been cooked, skimmed, and strained. Now let's give it a taste and then pack it up. So good. You can develop so much flavor in such little time using scraps that you just save in your freezer. It really does not compare to store-bought chicken stock. So next time you're peeling your carrots or you have leftover vegetables, don't throw them out. Just stick them in the freezer because you could be building your next stock. Once we get these in storage containers, I'll throw what I'm going to use this week in the fridge and the rest can go in the freezer for up to 6 months. This is going to take your soups, your rice, and any other recipes that require chicken stock to the next level. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.